Hey guys, what is up? What's going on? And welcome back to the channel. If it's your first time visiting us, why don't you guys hit that subscribe button in your lower right hand corner and become part of the family. Like the title says, I am getting the head pulled off the second gen. Finally, it's been a 2-day process. The time lapse in the beginning was from the other day. Tonight I'm finally getting the head pulled off. But if you have not already done so, right here's a link if you guys want to check out last night's video for the weld table. That thing turned out very, very well. Brown's Industrial said they will ship those if you guys are interested in having one of them. Just a tabletop. The other steel I picked up someplace else, but they did laser out this tabletop for me. It turned out very, very well. I'm very pleased with it. It's a 3/8 top. And I have 5/8 holes, 4 inches on center, and it's a 2x4 construction, or a 2x4 outer dimension. That's as far as I want to go because I have some stuff up there I'm going to show you here in just a minute. So, and I am using Armor Tools' fixture table clamps. So, like I said, link was up there just a minute ago. If you guys want to check this out, it is a awesome weld table. But right now, let's get to the task at hand and get that head pulled off the is off. Before I set it down on the table, I did just do a visual inspection on all the valves. Everything looks good, but we won't know for certain until they get it checked or cleaned and dipped and see if there's any cracks in between. A lot of times they'll crack in between the valve guides, or I'm sorry, in between the valve seals. So hopefully this head is in pretty good shape. I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So anyway, as you guys saw, we had one head stud that would not come out. It was rusted in. It was just on this top edge was where it was rusted at, and I could not get it out with an Allen wrench. So I had to lift the head up. You can see it just had a little bit of rust right there. The threads all look pretty good, but just like I said, just had a little bit of rust in there, allowing me not to be able to take that out with the Allen wrench. So I had to lift the head up just enough to be able to get the pipe wrench in there and start getting it free and turning, and then I could set the head back down and finish taking it out with the Allen wrench. So the cylinders are in really, really good shape. You can see each of them still have the really good cross hatching in them. So very impressed with the cylinders on how good a shape those are. Tops of the pistons all look really, really good. Everything's nice and clean. So I just need to get this surface all cleaned up. While I have it this far, I'm going to go ahead and pull the VP and do the tappet cover gasket. A lot of times these are hard and brittle, which mine is, and I can't believe it's not leaking. It's got just a little bit of seepage right there. So I'm hoping, well, I'm not hoping, I'm just going to go ahead and take care of it while we're this far. It's nice, easy access. We'll just knock it out while we're doing everything else. So right now, let's go over to the bench and look at everything that's going to be going back in the truck when we get the head back from Nyes. All right, going back in the truck when we get the head back from Nyes, I do have a Hamilton head gasket. This is their standard thickness head gasket. It is a fire ring head gasket. So we will be getting that back in the truck. When I take it over to Nyes, I have to take this with me and also take the rings with me so they know what thickness to cut the grooves in the bottom of the head. Like I said, all the valves look good to the naked eye, but I really won't know anything until they get everything checked, get it dipped, get it dyed, and check for cracks in between all the valve seals like I had said. And I do have, since we have the Hamilton springs and the Hamilton head gasket, I picked up this set of Hamilton standard duty push rods, heavy duty push rods. So we're going to be upgrading the push rods to the, these are the extreme duty, not heavy duty. We're going to be upgrading the push rods to the Hamilton extreme duty. And then to clamp this down, we have a set of Exotic Performance head studs. I'm not using the ARP 2000s. I am going to use a set of Exotics. They have the same tensile strength as the ARP, and actually these beat out their competitor in a strength test. So there is a video, I actually upload it now, or show it now, that showing the competitor's stud breaking before the Exotic stud. So pretty stoked to get everything back together, and then we have a couple of packages of the assembly lube. So we're going to get everything put together, hopefully sooner than later. I guess we're at the mercy of Nyes now as soon as we get it over there. In their package, they always send out a paper for the three-step Torx procedure, and then also show you the diagram where to start at and where to finish at. So like I said, these are Exotic Performance. There is a link in my description for the Exotic head studs. These are available on Amazon, or you can go and purchase these from their website. For the Cummins platform, they have the standard duty, and they also, just the single ARP 2000 equivalent. And then they are working on a set of 625 equivalents. They are just not available yet. Sorry. Neighbor going by. They are just not available yet, so I'm hoping, maybe, keep my fingers crossed, that those will be available before we put the truck back together. That way I can put in a set of 625 equivalents, and then these can go in the dually, where they were supposed to go anyway. So, but I'm using them in the second gen because I don't want to use the ARP 2000s that I have. Especially being that you saw how rusty and crusty that one was, and I just don't really want to put it back in the truck. And I may have bent it a little bit. I don't know. I don't know what happened. And I noticed there was a lot of assembly lube on there, which is fine, but it almost turned like to a graphite when I was disassembling the exhaust side. That assembly lube, it really was powdery and dusty. So I'm gonna continue. Got to get some stuff stripped off of this before I send it over there. Not much. I want to take off the intake plenum plate because I'm gonna go ahead and paint that the same way I did the the front timing cover. That turned out pretty darn good. So I want to do this in red. Then while we have the tappet cover off, we'll go ahead and do that in red too. So right now, I think that's pretty much going to do it. If you guys don't mind, hit that like button, give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you have not already done so, and we'll talk to you guys later on.